Right friends, welcome back to 5th capsule. This is on the future of a Trans-Pacific partnership as the President-elect of United States of America, Donald Trump, recently stated that he will pull out of TPP. Then what will happen to TPP and what exactly is TPP and why it became so controversial? These things we are going to deliberate. If you look at the Trans-Pacific partnership, it is the grouping, or you can say trade agreement, or you can say proposed trade agreement between 12 countries across Asia Pacific region. Please look into this slide. These 12 countries, 5 countries from South America and North America, and other 7 countries from Australasia region. So these 12 countries along the Pacific rim are proposed to be grouped as free trade agreement, and these countries account for 40% of world's economy and combined GDP of at present around $30 trillion, and in the year 2012 it was $28 trillion, and it is considered to be the biggest trade deal in decades, and this is to be ratified by the makers in each country. And another important aspect is these countries have combined population of around 800 million, and you may ask the origin. The origin is basically from the agreement of 2005 among 4 countries. The 4 countries are Brunei, Chile, New Zealand and Singapore. It all started with the agreement among 4 countries, and last year it was conceptualized by 12 countries and finally agreed upon, and it is basically the initiative of Barack Obama basically to control the rise of China in Asia Pacific region, or you can say to reduce the clout of China in Asia Pacific region. This 12 nation Trans-Pacific partnership is contemplated, right? Please look into this. These are the 12 countries, and please don't forget China is also coming up with regional comprehensive economic partnership with 16 countries, and in which India is also a member. These things please don't forget. RCEP 16 countries, TPP 12 countries. And I have given here what does it mean. It cuts trade tariffs and sets common standards in trade for 12 Pacific Rim countries, and it is expected or proposed to create the world's largest free trade area just like European Union, and it promised to create jobs, sustainable growth, inclusive development and innovation. As I have already told you, it is basically to counter the China's rise in Asia Pacific region, and it is expected to set the standards for global trade. And if you look at further aspects of TPP, Barack Obama stated that this partnership will act as a level playing field for farmers, manufacturers by eliminating more than 18,000 taxes imposed in various countries. And critics says it will favor big corporates and it will move out jobs from United States of America, right? And this is to be ratified by the each member country based on their legislative processes and systems in vogue. Then it is felt as a strategic move by USA to maintain economic or strategic relations in Asia Pacific region. And another important aspect is communist country like Vietnam is also part of the deal, right? So finally, let us look at 10 points why it became so controversial. The first and the foremost is several years of secret talks. Talks were not open. Almost 5 years of secret talks. Not many details were revealed. So, because of secrecy, it became so controversial. That is one part. Second important aspect is enhanced intellectual property and patent conditions. If intellectual property and patent conditions are more, what will happen? Then it will lead to monopolistic tendencies. This is another argument against TPP. Third point, the most important deadly legislation proposed in TPP is Investor State Dispute Settlement Provision. This is ISDS provision. This allows foreign investors to sue governments internationally if the domestic policies hurt their interests. If any government like Chile stipulates some policies which benefit domestic companies vis-a-vis foreign companies, then foreign companies can file case against that government. That is investor-state dispute settlement provision, and this became so draconian that critics pointed out that it is not in the interest of countries, especially developing countries. Then protecting the corporate profits is given prominence in the deal. This is another important aspect. And critics say that it is a strategic move by United States of America to keep China under check in Asia Pacific region. And critics also say that it will favor big businesses over workers and environmental protection. Then if you look at further aspects, it is highly complex. Why it is highly complex? Because of the reason it involves highly industrialized countries like United States of America, Canada, Singapore, Japan. At the same time, it also includes countries like Communist Vietnam, Peru, Chile, right? And workers' rights and regulatory environment is different from country to country, and the environmental standards, labor conditions, they are all different in countries like Vietnam in comparison to Japan or USA. And it is highly complex because of these reasons, and various countries have different approaches and standards with regard to environmental protection, and some countries enjoy special protection for certain industries. Then the biggest worry is it is likely to intensify competition among countries' labor forces. Right? So these are all the negative aspects of Trans-Pacific Partnership, and only it appears that so as to control the geopolitical significance of China in Asia Pacific region, this is contemplated by United States of America's Barack Obama. Important point is what will happen now. The text of the agreement has to be ratified by all the 12 countries. It all depends on various individual countries' legislative procedures, and to come into effect, this is to be ratified by at least 6 countries that account for 85% of the group's economic output by February 2018. Now, to make it happen, United States of America and Japan must ratify. Please don't forget, United States of America constitutes more than 50% of economic output in the entire TPP 12 countries. So, United States of America must ratify, but the President-elect Donald Trump recently stated that he will pull out of TPP. So, it becomes clear that there is no future of Trans-Pacific Partnership. So, who will be in the advantageous position? China will be in the advantageous position because it is coming up with 16 nation RCEP, right? So, finally, it is advantage China because of Donald Trump's decision to pull out of TPP. Right, friends, with this, let us conclude the 5th capsule. Please do join for 6th one. We are presenting on Fidel Castro, one of the greatest revolutionaries of 20th century, and at the same time, one of the most controversial persons in 20th century. Right, friends, have a nice day. Thank you.